evening, Lakewood Cougar basketball fans. Tonight we have the Nooksack Valley Pioneers in the house going up against the Lakewood Cougars in some Saturday night Northwest League basketball. Got about 2 minutes and 20 seconds until we have pregame announcements and the Pledge of Allegiance. Again, we've got to keep the sound off because we don't want to go to Facebook jail for violating copyright. So we'll be back in about 3 minutes for the starting lineups.
Attention please. This year, the 16-member schools of the Northwest Conference launched a new program to recognize the importance of the umpires, referees, and officials who manage our athletic contests. During each of our athletic seasons, the Northwest Conference has designated a week to show our appreciation for officials through the Thank an Official campaign. This week, throughout the NWC, we are recognizing and celebrating our officials. More than 5,000 officials serve Washington State high schools by doing their best to ensure all contests are fair, safe, and fun. Officials are required to register with the State Officials Association, complete annual rules meetings, and attend yearly training clinics. In addition, they spend countless hours in preparation for and traveling to contests. High school officiating is an avocation, not a vocation. It is something done in addition to full-time employment. Officials work for the enjoyment of staying involved with the sports they love and for the opportunity to give back to kids, coaches, and schools. Officials are crucial in providing our student participants an opportunity to learn life lessons through education-based athletics. Enforcing the rules of the game fairly and consistently, and holding students and coaches to behavior expectations are vitally important to successful high school events. We ask all spectators, athletes, and coaches to be especially appreciative of the officials and the great job they do in serving our kids in programs. Without them, there are no games. More officials are needed in all sports and at all levels. For more information on how you can get involved, go to WOAofficials.com for more information on becoming an official. Tonight, we recognize the following officials with a certificate signed by the Northwest Conference President and the Northwest Conference Sportsmanship Coordinator. We recognize Daryl Johnson. We recognize John Brown. And also John Leander. Thank you for your continued service and support for our schools. And now, the starting lineups for our two teams. First, Number 3, a junior, Corey Olney. For our Lakewood Cougars, number 1, senior, Zach Stoddard. For the Pioneers, a junior, number 5, Colton Lentz. For the Cougars, a senior, number 2, Ben Rucker. For the Pioneers, a junior, number 10, Caden Buting. For the Cougars, a junior, number 4, Nash Espy. For the Pioneers, a senior, number 12, Joseph Brown. For the Cougars, a junior, number 11, Evan Stacy. And for the Pioneers, a junior, number 42, Brady Ackerman. For our Cougars, a sophomore, number 23, Kayla Greenland. And head coach of the Pioneers is Jason Hutton, and he is assisted by Kyle Vermeulen and David Flores. Our head coach is Anthony Whitaker, and he is assisted by Tony Whitaker and Kirk McGilvery and TJ Rice. Now would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag
Well, the announcements have been, the lineups have been announced, the pledge has been said, and we are ready to play ball. No deviation in the starting lineup tonight for the Cougars from what we've seen their last 3 games. Greenland and Stoddard up front with the 3 guards of Rucker, Espy, and Stacy. For the Pioneers, they're going to feature a 6'4" junior, Brady Ackerman, number 42, is going to jump center. He's flanked by number 5, Colton Lentz, and number 12, Joseph Brown, a couple of 6'3", 6'4" forwards. And in the backcourt will be Corey Olney and Caden Huting. Huting, same name as the coach, Jason Huting. Don't know if it's father and son, assume it is so. Ben Rucker comes out, hits the first basket. It's a 2, standing on the line. Stacy with the full court pressure, giving a little bit of trouble to Huting, but he brings it up the floor, and they're initiating their offense with about 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Screen and roll into the free throw line area, and Corey Olney drops the jimmy and ties the score up at 2, just underway. Rucker goes to the basket, lays it in. That's something we haven't seen Rucker do a lot this year. That's shoot off the dribble or go to the basket, more of a spot-up, standstill shooter, so that's a new part of the game. Olney dribbles, that's Huting, dribbles it off his legs, recovered by the Pioneers, Brown. Now it goes up and in. Ackerman picks up the garbage inside, lays it in. We're all tied up at 4. There's Rucker spotting up from 16 feet. Not a lot of 2-pointers we've seen him shoot. In fact, that may be more 2-pointers that we've seen him shoot in the half court than he has all year combined. Usually he's a spot-up 3-point shooter, or he's going to the basket in transition. Huting, guarded closely by Stacy, tries a wraparound but goes by him to Olney. Goes by Ackerman, 5 on the shot clock. Step through, throws it up and off the side of the rim and out of bounds. So end of the shot clock, forced jumper. 6:14 to go in the first quarter. We're still tied at 4. Stacy with the penetration. Now Greenland with the penetration. And to Stoddard. And it looks like the Cougars are really focused on taking the ball to the basket Normally we've seen them this year just be a spot-up shooting team, pass the ball around the perimeter, shoot the three. We don't see a lot of dribble drive, and that was 3 dribble drives for them on that offensive possession. Sauter to go to the line for 2. First one bounces high off the side rim and settles in. Cougars take the lead, 5-4. That foul's on Colton Lentz, his first foul, first team foul. Nothing but the bottom of the net that time for Stoddard. And Cougars have a 2-point lead at 6-4. Stoddard jumps out on the double play, almost gets a steal. Now they're inside with 13 to shoot to the big guy, Ackerman, who forces one up, doesn't get it, pulls down his own rebound, kicks it outside to Uting, and he hits the 3. So a lot of work inside by Ackerman. And he finally gets an assist. There's Rucker going to the basket again, and he's fouled. Foul's on only. That's his second personal foul, second team foul. Excuse me, that's his first personal. First foul was on Lentz, number 5. This one was on Olney, number 3. Rucker to the line, and that one rattles and drops. And both of those shots go in, and Brown just throws the ball out of bounds. Looking for Lentz. Cougar ball on the baseline with an 8-7 lead. Greenland pulls up for 3 off the back rim. It's rolling out of bounds. Espy chasing it, and he's going to save it off of Ackerman, who was just content to let that ball go out of bounds. Espy does a great job of hustling to the corner, getting it and saving it, not giving up on the possession. Now Espy goes to the basket, and he's fouled. So that's going to be the 3rd team foul on the Pioneers. This one's on Brown. We're getting very close to the bonus. 4:55 to go in the quarter. And Greenland with the curl. Yeah. So you cannot go out of bounds and be the first one to touch it. And so that's kind of an illegal touching. And so that basket's waved off. Evan Stacy with the steal, pump fakes. A lot of fighting for the ball. Corey Olney with the rebound to Uche, who bodies off Stacy. And then Stacy steals it ahead to Espy. Espy with the Euro move, gets the basket and the foul. Oh, they're going to wave that off. That wasn't a ball going in. Count the basket signal from the referee. That was an offensive foul. So call that on Espy for the charge. But again, this Cougar pressure is causing the Pioneers some trouble. Now they've put it right where you don't want to have it on as an offense. Right there where the sideline and the half line are extra defenders. Great trap by the Cougars as their defensive pressure is causing them problems. So 30-second timeout, 4:24 to go in the half. Coach Anthony Wiedeker is going to be talking to the official about that call. I'm not sure he's right. I think that in football, you can't be the first one to come back in and touch it. But I think in basketball, as long as you reestablish with 2 feet in bounds, you can touch it again. But we'll defer to the officials and we'll look that up. 8-7, Lakewood leading the Pioneers. Cougars now sitting in a 2-3 zone. Into the middle and up and in. That's Colton Lentz in that mid post, able to take a dribble and take it to the rim. Again, Cougars take it to the basket. Rucker misses the runner. And so here come the Pioneers leading by 1. Ball inside to Ackerman, goes up, and he is fouled. It's going to be 2 shots. And so Brady Ackerman will go to the line. Zach Stoddard's going to shoot one. First one is out. Oh, nice play by Lentz to keep that ball alive. I'm not sure that he didn't get away with a push-off. A good effort. That's just entered into the game. Tristan Camphouse for 3 with the miss. But Cole Coppinger with the rebound and lays it in. And Nooksack's now up by 3. Rucker gets the screen, takes a dribble, shoots the 3. That's the Ben Rucker we've seen a lot of this year. A spot-up shooter, 3-point range, very streaky. Into the game for the Cougars, Jordy Isom, who's guarding the ball right there. And that's Coppinger. Penetration, little short jumper. It's off the mark. Now Stacy goes right by him. Oh, a lot of body there. Coppinger may have gotten away with one. Hutink with the free throw line jump shot. It's off the mark. Greenland with the rebound, and now he comes on the drive. Rucker calling for it, wants the 3, and he gets nothing but net. So again, Evan Stacy causing real problems with this for the Nooksack offense as they're trying to handle this press. But Nooksack keeps entering the ball very deep into half court area and easily allowing them to be trapped. And then they've been stopping their dribble right across half court. Not this time, where Lentz goes right to the basket, and it looks like Stoddard is going to be called for a block, sending Colton Lentz to the free throw line. Yep, Stoddard's second team foul. Second personal, that's the third team foul on the Cougars, 2:17 to go. Lakewood's up 14-11 on a couple of threes late recently by Ben Rucker. Lentz to the line and it swirls out. J.J. Heckendorf into the game now for Stoddard. And they both are out. Evan Stacy with the rebound. Looks ahead to Heckendorf, running hard, but he dribbles the ball on the end line. Hard for the referee to see as he didn't hustle back into position and get in front of that, but no one's complaining. So we'll go with Nooksack ball. Dalton Hickey into the game for for Brady Ackerman. And there's that spot again, and now it's over and back. So Coppinger did exactly what the Cougars wanted him to do. He took one dribble, picked the ball up at the half line on the sideline. The double team was coming, so he threw the ball with a hot potato. First open man he saw who happened to be in back court, and that's over and back turnover for the Cougars. Evan Stacy with the crossover. Rocks Hickey back on his heels. Goes to the basket and lays it in. The ball just thrown into front court, chased down by Camphouse. Now Hutink's going to shoot a three, and he makes it. Caden Hutink cuts the lead to 2, 1:32 to go. Rucker for three, swirls off the mark. Hutink now for three, and that's off the mark. Rebounded by Camphouse, but jousted away. The Cougars on the attack. Under a minute to go, 14 on the shot clock. Isom with it, spinning, trying to take him to the Hickey to the basket. That foul's up top against Cole Coppinger as he's trying to keep Rucker from getting the ball. Coppinger's 6'2", trying with some long arms, trying to be very rangy. That time Isom went and left the ball off his leg, tried to go to the basket, so it's out of bounds. Pioneer ball down by 2, 37 seconds to go in the first quarter. And this time trying to get it to the middle. Coppinger just kind of one-handed pushes it out of bounds. Camphouse can't run it down. So Coppinger with a couple of mistakes running the full court offense. Cougars have the ball. Looks like there's about half a second in between the shot clock and the game clock. Leading by 2, they're going to play for 1 shot. In the past, that's meant they've shot the ball with about 6 seconds to go on the clock. We'll see if that's what they choose to do here. Isham has it. He wants to take Hickey to the basket. Kicks to Stacy in the corner. Stacy for 3. 19-14 Cougars, and that's the end of the first quarter. So nice job by Isham in the penetration going by Dalton Hickey, who has a definite quickness disadvantage. Hits Stacy in the corner, and Stacy hits the 3. So after 1, it's 19-14. Cougars lead by 5. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Pioneer ball at the half line. So Hutink in the corner, and he makes the 3, and Stoddard knocks him down. And so he will go to the line for 1, and that's Stoddard's 3rd foul.
First team foul.
So first team foul of the second quarter. And Hutink completes the 4-point play, cuts the lead to 1.
Number 23, Caleb Greenland.
And Greenland will go back in for Stoddard, who probably will sit for the rest of the half. 7:53 to go. Tough foul for Stoddard, fouling a jump shooter. Into the game now is Josh Irvin. Ball is stolen away by Hickey. Now Coppinger goes to the Coppinger goes to the basket. He's fouled. That'll be Pioneer ball on the baseline. J.J. Heggendorf with the foul. Espy jumps off the screen, really causes problems, but Huting gets it back, goes to the basket, tries to slide it to Hickey. Oh, it's knocked out of bounds. Off of, they say, a Cougar. Sure looked like the Pioneers touched it last. 12 seconds on the shot clock. And that's a 5-second count. And had it not been a 5, that was Colton Lentz cutting to the basket all by himself, would have had an easy lay-in. So 5-second call goes in the Cougars' favor. And they have the ball leading by 1. Stacy for 3, it's off the back rim. Heggendorf and Irvin fighting for it. Coppinger comes away with it. Tries to stop and go. Looks like he's carrying it to me, but apparently that's not called very much. Lentz swirls and spins and puts it up softly on the rim. Spill falls down. No contact, no foul, no basket. Cougars with the ball. Greenland on the run. Now they're in the front court. Espy to Irvin in the corner. It's off the mark. Espy with the rebound. Irvin wants to reload, but he gives it to Greenland. Stacy looking to dribble, kicks to Greenland. His 3 is on the way, and it's up and over the backboard, out of bounds. Rucker into the game for Heggendorf now. Lentz is sitting down as they bring Olney back in for the Pioneers. The pass is thrown away, and Kramphouse can't handle it. The Cougars get the steal. Rucker goes to the basket. He's stripped by Huting. He's going to the basket. A lot of contact, no foul. Back to Huting in the corner. Fakes it. Now they're going to start running their offense. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Espy into the body. And Irvin then tackles Olney. And it's going to be a foul on, they're going to call that on Espy. We've seen Espy very physical out front for a couple of games. The first game he got away with everything. Last game he fouled out, and that's going to be his second foul tonight. We'll see if he backs off or is careful. My guess is he will not. Heggendorf back into the game now. He's guarding the ball. And that's Huting with the step back in the key. And that puts the Pioneers ahead, 20-19. Greenland dribbles into a 3, short. And the Pioneers will attack up by 1. Huting trying to take Espy. Espy does a good job of maintaining his position. This is only going to the basket, blocked by Isham. And he is fouled. So Jordan Isham with the block on the drive by Olney. And then Olney in frustration slaps at him, and it's called for the foul. It's first team foul of the Pioneers in the first second quarter, but it's the second foul on Olney. Rucker now back into the game. Isham now looking to take Ackerman, who just came back in. Got the ball to Heggendorf, and he misses. Get the ball to the high post, and that's a nice take by Kramphouse, but he misses the lay-in. Cougars on the run. Isham with the rebound, and Espy's out of bounds when he received that ball. And Coach Anthony Wiedeker has seen something that he wants to talk about. He calls a full timeout. 4:41 to go in the half. Cougars trail by 1, 20-19. Again, into the high post. Cougars are running a little man-to-man, and there's just too much hands. That's Evan Stacy.
Number 11, Evan Stacy, his first personal, 4th team foul.
Ackerman looking weak side. Recovered by Rucker, ahead to Stacy. Hitting Isham on the trail, goes to the basket and lays it in. Nice find by Stacy. Three on the way from Coppinger. It's long. Rucker with the rebound, finds Stacy. Kicks it to Greenland for three. It's off the rim. Ackerman with the rebound. Evan Stacy with the screen from the floor. Gets the ball to Greenland, who lays it in. Evan Stacy very physical with his hands. Lots of hand checking. And this time he got called. So that's his second foul that he's picked up here in the last minute or so. And that is going to be the 5th foul on the Cougars, so they're going to send the Pioneers to the line for 2 shots. Caden Hutink makes the first one. Hickey back into the game for Ackerman. Second shot is up, and it's good. So Cougars now lead by 1, 23-22, 3:30 to go in the half. Isham goes to the basket, and he's fouled by Hickey. So whoever Hickey's been guarding, it's been pretty much a free pass to the basket. First one is good. And the second one is good. 3-point lead for the Cougars, and again, here comes the pressure. And another wild pass. Oh, that was chased down by Hutnick. Coppinger's had a hard time handling this Cougar pressure tonight. And that is Camp House bowling his way to the basket, and he's called for the offensive foul.
Offensive foul on the Pioneers. Number 20, Tristan Camp House. His first personal, 13 foul. Checking in for the Pioneers, number 42, Brady Ackerman.
Greenwood, step back jumper, short. Rucker with the rebound. Dribbles to put it back up, but it looks like it went off of, that was Isham with the rebound, not Rucker, sorry. Went off a Pioneer foot. Rucker for three, and it swirls around and comes out. The ball's about halfway down. Again, having a hard time with this Cougar press. Finally get the ball in the front court. That's Hutnick going to the basket. Misses the lay-in. A lot of fighting for it. It's going to be off. Coppinger with the jump shot, that's off the mark. Ackerman with the rebound. Stacy takes a wild swing at it. That's off the back rim. Cougars lead with 2 minutes to go, 25-24. That's going to be a foul on Ackerman.
His first personal, 14 foul. Checking in for the Cougars, number 4, Matt Isham.
And that's a three. Gives the Greenland with a three. A one-handed pass off the dribble, secured by Espy. Gets to the three-point line, fires one up off the mark. Cougars lead down, 28-24. Ackerman pivots, gets it back, throws it to the corner. Crazy angle from Coppinger. Slides off the back rim. Espy running the floor, lays it in. Good find in transition. Cougars really giving the Pioneers a hard time with their full court pressure. That time they get the ball to the basket, lay it up, and he's fouled.
Foul on the Cougars, number 3, Jordan Isham, his first personal.
Isom's first foul. Pioneers are in the bonus, and Ackerman misses the first shot. Now Coppinger is going to sit down. Coppinger is a good-looking athlete, 6'2" sophomore. Just really struggled against the Cougar pressure. I think that sped everything up about it. Ackerman misses his pair. Cougars still lead by 6. 44 seconds to go. Espy. They're going to call the foul on Olney. He's putting Espy to the line.
Third personal, team foul.
That's Olney's third foul. Into the game will be Joseph Brown.
Here's number 12, Joseph Brown.
So a lot of contact underneath. Coach wanted to charge, but they're saying that the hack came before the charge. This is Coppinger to the basket, and Isham can't get set. And that counts the basket.
Count the basket. Foul on number 3, Jordan Isom, his second personal.
Isom's second foul, and that's going to send Camphouse to the line. And he hits the free throw. It's now a 5-point game, 32-27. Cougars have the ball. 25 seconds left to go in the half, and their shot clock is off. So they should go into the half with at least a 5-point lead, if not a 7 or 8-point lead. Greenland to the basket. Stacy in the corner. Off the mark. Greenland gets it and is able to put it up and in at the buzzer. So at the end of the half, Cougars lead by 7, 34-37, 27. We'll be back in 10 minutes. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Also, don't forget to buy your 50-50 ticket.
And we'll be ready for the second half run. All right, we're ready for the start of the second half. SB, Stacy, Greenland, Stoddard, and Rucker for the Cougars. Ackerman, Brown, Lentz, Olney, and Hutnick for the Pioneers, who's coming out in a 2-3 zone. Right to Stacy at the high post. He finds Greenland in the baseline. Greenland crosses over Lentz, spins him like a top, and puts in a little jump shot. Nice offensive move by Lentz, by Greenland on Lentz. The Cougars now have a 9-point lead at 36-27. Lentz now goes to the basket. Stacy flops, no call. Greenland spills. Throws the ball in bounds from the seat of his pants. 7-point lead again for the Cougars. High-low into Stoddard. Now to Greenland for three. And Greenland drills the three. Gives the Cougars a 10-point lead. Screen and roll to Ackerman. Stacy's got his hands on it. Three-pointer from the corner. And Hutnick makes another three. Now to Espy from about 22, rims out. Stoddard got away with one on the back of Ackerman. And the Pioneers are on the attack. Stacy with his very active hands. And this time he picks Hutnick. And he throws it ahead. Stoddard has the free throw line. Olney in pretty good position, but isn't able to get it. Now Lentz has it. Good opportunity to increase their lead for the Cougars there. Goes for naught. And now Pioneers are back on the attack. And bowling his way to the basket is Camphouse. And he puts the soft floater up and it's in. And he's fouled. Espy with the foul. That's his third foul. And he will sit down. Quentin Steen into the game now for his first appearance of the night. And Camphouse can cut the lead to 4, and it's off. But he gets his own, he doesn't get his own rebound, knocked off him. So Cougars have a 5-point lead, 6:02 to go in the third quarter. Steen, first touch, puts it up, gets it blocked. Stoddard with the rebound. Lentz deflects it. Stoddard hangs with it, puts it in. Ackerman goes to the basket and Stoddard knocks him down, and it's a charge. Stoddard just set up. He didn't want to get a foul to try to block the shot. Ackerman turned his back and just bodied him down. And officials all over that. So that's Ackerman's second team foul. And first team foul on the Pioneers this quarter. Into Stacy at the high post, looks high-low for Stoddard. Lentz on his back and fouls him.
Foul on the Pioneers, number 5, Colton Lentz, his second personal, second team foul.
And Stacy got the ball kind of in that mid-post area. All eyes were on him. And Stoddard was able to slip behind the defense, catch the ball at the rim. And he was fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. The first one is up and it's in. Gives the Cougars an 8-point lead. And that one is short. Camphouse with the rebound. Hutnick with the step back. 17-footer, and Caden Hutnick with the basket. Greenland looks to take it, loses possession, and it goes out of bounds. Said his arm was hit, but nonetheless, it's going to be Pioneer ball, trailing by 6, 42-36. Only has it in the front court. Here comes Evan Stacy. Great job on the double team. You can't turn your back on him. And Stacy gets called for the foul. Both Evan Stacy and Nash Espy out front do a lot of bodying up. And between the two of them, they now have 6 fouls. And this time, Hutnick goes right by him to the basket. Ackerman gets it to curl in. Sure looked like he took a few stutter steps underneath the basket. You can hear the Lakewood bench calling for a travel. They didn't get the call. Only with the steal, and he takes it the length of the floor and lays it in. So with 4:19 to go, Cougars' lead has been cut from 8 to 2, 42-40. Into Stacy at the high post to Rucker on the wing for 3. Off the front rim. It's a good block out by Camphouse. That should be a foul on Greenland underneath, and it is.
Foul on the Cougars, number 23. His first personal.
Greenland's out. Isom and his.
Jordan
Isom had some good moments for the Cougars in the first half. They need him to play well now. Only getting the ball in bounds. Into Camphouse, taking advantage of his side advantage on Isom, and he turns and lays it in, and it's all tied up at 42. Cougars at one point had a 10-point lead in this corner. Isom for 3, and he puts it in. And Anthony Wiedeker calls timeout. 30-second timeout for the Cougars, leading by 3, 45-42, 3:30 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back in 25. Pioneers a little more successful on handling the Cougars' pressure. Haven't dribbled into troublesome spots yet. They're being a little more patient, working the ball up the floor. Lentz goes by Stacy to the basket. He puts it up, and he's fouled. If that's on Stacy, that's going to be his 4th.
The drive, number 11, Evan Stacy, his 4th.
So Evan Stacy, very handsy, very physical, has now picked up 3 fouls here in the third quarter. And the first shot is up, and it's good. Coppinger back into the game now for Olney. Coppinger had some trouble handling the Cougar pressure in the first half. We'll see if he can do a better job in the second half. Steen, Greenland back into the game. Isom still in the game. J.J. Heckendorf into the game now for the Cougars as Stoddard and Stacy sit down. Both free throws made. 1-point lead now for the Cougars. Steen from deep. Slides off the side rim. Camphouse is there battling. Gets it to Lentz. Oh, fortunate for the Pioneers, that ball hit the referee. That ball is sailing out of bounds. Going to go in deep to Coppinger to take advantage of Isom again. Ball's not a good pass, knocked that way. Camphouse can't secure it, and it's going to be out of bounds for the Cougars. Joseph Brown returning, and Coppinger will sit. Camphouse will sit down. Rucker for 3, and he got it. So gives the Cougars now a 4-point lead. Down deep to Ackerman. He ends up forcing it up, and he puts it in, using his size advantage over Heckendorf and Isham inside. Lead cut to 4, and boy, Brown just shoved Heckendorf, 2 hands right on the side, and it's an easy call for the official.
Foul on the Pioneers, number 12, Joseph Brown, his second personal, 13.
Brown's got about a 6-inch height advantage over Heckendorf at 5'10", the 6'4" Brown. He doesn't need to take 2 hands and shove him, and then Brown just walked himself out of position. Fortunately, that ball was recovered by Coppinger. Gets it to Lentz. Lentz to take Rucker. Looking for contact. Rucker just backed away. Lentz fell down. Two-point lead, 2 minutes to go. Rucker short, and that's going to be a foul on Greenland on Lentz's back. Greenland's second foul, 15 fouls, should go to the line for 2 shots here. So minute 57 to go. Colton Lentz can tie this game up at 48 if he makes them both. And the first one, front rim, back rim, and in. Josh Irvin now into the game for Steen. Second one is up, and it swishes, and we are tied. 1:56 to go, so we somehow lost a second there. And it will be Cougars attacking. Heckendorf has it at the top, thought about it, decided not to, continue to work the offense, and that slides the pass high-low to Irvin, and it puts it in. Lentz to the corner for 3 for Brown. It's off the mark. Ackerman gets it, and he just trucks over Irvin. Isham, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
Pioneers, number 42, Brady Ackerman, his third personal, 14 fouls.
Third foul on Ackerman. That ball pass from Rucker intended for Isham. Deflected. Coppinger comes down and shoots an 18-footer with no rebounders. Luckily, it comes long, and the Pioneers are able to secure it. Probably not the shot coach wanted, down 2 with a minute 10 to go. But there's a foul. It's going to send Hutnick to the line for 2. And the first one is up, and it's short. Camphouse into the game for Ackerman. Steen back into the game for Heckendorf. The second shot is up, it's also short. And fighting for the loose ball. Goes out of bounds off the Pioneers. So Hutnick misses the pair. Could have tied the game up at 50, but with 1:08 to go, Cougars have the ball. Ball to Isham at the high post. Comes out on the wing. Greenland misses everything. Coppinger with the rebound. Very close to getting it picked from behind. And Lynch goes to the basket. He lays it in, and it will count. Good, strong move by Colton Lynch. They're going to call that foul on Greenland. They actually let Greenland get away with a couple of bumps earlier on. Still would have been 2 shots, but it wouldn't have been +1. So completing the three-point play, he's missed a shot. They've now missed 3 shots in a row, and Brown spills to the ground, and he's got an ankle. .41 seconds to go in the third quarter, all tied at 50. And Brown is down grabbing his ankle and his calf. So we're going to step away, and we'll be back when play resumes. You're watching the Lakewood Cougar live stream on Facebook and on YouTube. So Coriolni back into the game for Brown. 40 seconds to go. Cougars chose not to go quick 2 for 1. Instead, again, they forced it into Isom, who has not been nearly as effective in the high post as Evan Stacy. Second or third time that ball's been deflected away from him on a quick entry pass. 19 seconds to go in the quarter, all tied up at 50. Pioneers looking for their first lead of the night. Well, their first lead since being ahead 4-3. Hutnik has the ball going after Isom. Steps through, flips one up, and that's a travel. 3.5 seconds to go. And Rucker has it coming up the floor. Gets it up to Greenland, who just throws up a wild one. And at the end of the third quarter, we're right back where we started, all tied up. But instead of 0-0, it's 50-50. 1 minute on the clock for between quarters. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Nooksack ball to start. They throw away the inbounds pass, but they're able to recover it. Cougars now back with Espy and Stacy with 4 fouls. Stoddard has 3. Isom still in the game, and that is a block. And they're going to call that on Rucker. Evan Stacy thought it was on him, and he was headed to the sideline at his 5th foul, and they said they called it on Rucker. And they're changing it now to Evan Stacy, and that's his 5th foul. No, they changed it to 11. The referee originally called it on number 2, then went back and checked with another official and said it was on number 11. And so that's Stacy's 5th foul. So he misreported the first foul. So Stacy will have a seat with his 5th foul. Greenland will come back in, and Anthony Wiedeker now will call timeout. We're all tied up here at 50. 7:47 to go in the game. Cougars call a full timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Somehow they lost 2 seconds on the clock. Now they're going to reset that. That's the second time this half they've mysteriously lost seconds during a timeout. And Coppinger Camphouse makes a 3. And the Pioneers lead by 3. Greenland looks to penetrate. We've got Isom in the post. Now Rucker, he looks to go. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Greenland steps into a double team. Espy from about 25 feet is out. And Hutnik gets the rebound, about falling out of bounds, is able to put it off Greenland's leg. But it's out of bounds for the Pioneers. And there's Stoddard on the overplay. He's going to get called for a foul.
Foul, Cougars number 1, Zach Stoddard, is personal.
That's Stoddard's 4th foul. And that is also the 2nd foul on the Cougars this quarter. Only with the cut, pass from Coppinger, and it's laid up and in. Espy beaten on the backdoor cut. Rucker from deep 3, rattles out. Isham tries to get it, but it's knocked away by Coppinger over Isham's back. A lot of contact there. Espy needs to be careful and not pick up a foul here. Coppinger goes by him, misses the runner. Greenland with the rebound. Rucker for 3. And Ben Rucker gets the 3. And it brings the Cougars back to within 2 at 55 to 53. Inside to Camphouse. Camphouse turns over Stoddard. Stoddard does a good job of holding his ground and not trying to block the shot. Leaves it short, so Cougars ball down 2, 6 minutes to go in the game. Sloppy pass inside, knocked away, and stolen by the Pioneers. Again, Espy needs to be careful. And that foul is on Espy. That's S4 on Espy. Steen is now in for Espy. Lentz, twisting and spinning, finds an open camp house underneath, lays it up and in. Cougs trail by 4, 5:30 to go. Steen off the back rim, Olney with the rebound. "15 seconds on the shot clock." Huetning tries to go behind his back. Greenland does a great job coming out on the double team, and the ball was loose. Referees thought that he still had possession, was able to call timeout. 7 seconds on the shot clock, 60-second timeout, 5:03 to go in the game. Cougars now trail by 4 at 57-53. Now it looks like Coach Anthony Wiedeker wants a 30-second timeout. So we're still here. 5:03 to go in the game. Cougars trail by 4, 57-53. Bounce comes in only cross court. 7 seconds, 5 seconds. Deep three from Huetning. Swirls off the rim. Greenland with the rebound. Head quickly to Rucker. Cougars did a lot of penetrating in the first quarter. And now that we have a zone, we don't see a lot of that penetration. And Coppinger just runs over Stoddard and does make no attempt to go around him or get around him. That's going to be a foul on him, and it's the first team foul on the Pioneers. Second personal on Coppinger. We're going to give the Cougars the ball on the baseline. Interesting decision because the foul really did occur above the free throw line. That inbounds pass goes right to a Pioneer, and Olney lays it up and in. And now that's stolen by Coppinger, and Greenland tries to pick him, and he's called for a foul. So now the Cougars are playing a little bit fast and out of control. They really do need the steadying force of the fouled out Evan Stacy in there. But again, he's fouled out, so they need to find someone in there that can be a little bit calm with the ball. We're going to try J.J. Heckendorf in for Quentin Steen. 59-53, in deep, Ackerman dribbles, picked away cleanly by Greenland. Rucker from 25 feet out off the front rim. Cougars trail by 6. Going to be tough to get back in the game from 25 feet off of one pass. 4 minutes to go. 10 on the shot clock. In the middle of Olney. Goes to the basket. Misses the lay-in. Lentz is there for the rebound, but it goes out of bounds off him. So a good job inside by Isham and Heckendorf to create some problems for Olney, who couldn't make the lay-in. Rucker, with a little bit of penetration, tries to get it to Steen. Poor pass from, but he's able to recover it. Now to Rucker in the corner, and Rucker makes the three. So better offense that time by the Cougars, moving the ball around a little bit and finally getting it to an open shooter off a screen. Cougars cut the lead in half, 59-56. It's to Lentz right in the middle of the key. He didn't know what to do with it. Good defense by Stoddard. And so the Cougars, with 3 minutes to go, have a chance to tie. Heckendorf for three, wide open. J.J. Heckendorf from straight away makes the three, and it's all tied up. 2:45 to go. Inside to Ackerman, who drop steps and lays it in. Good defense by Stoddard, just causing problems but not fouling. 61-59. Greenland with the penetration. They're going to call a foul. Cougar ball on the baseline. That's a foul on Olney. Into the game now. Olney's coming out. That's his fourth foul. 2:24 to go. So Camphouse is into the game. Oh, he slides by. Greenland does a great job of sliding by Camphouse, going to the rim and lay it in, and Ackerman just gets a hand on it. Tough luck. Great move by Greenland to step out and step in. Lentz, I don't know where he was throwing it to, but Ackerman was able to reach out a big hand and catch it and lay it in. Pioneers by 4, 2 minutes to go. Rucker from 25, and it rattles out. Heckendorf crashes hard from the top of the key, keeps it alive to Isham, who goes to the basket, and he is fouled. That was on Ackerman. It's a good job Heckendorf was able to get to that ball and knock it away, because if that ball was rebounded by the Pioneers, no one was rotating back on defense, and it would have been easily a 1-0 for Hutning running the floor. Isham's first shot bounces out. 1:46 to go. Cougars trail by 4. They need Isham to make this to get this back to a one-possession game. And he back rims it. Rebound is by Coppinger. Quickly gets it to Ackerman. Back to Hutning, who walks it up the floor. Looks like the Pioneers want to run some time here. And with 8 seconds on the shot clock, 1:24 on the game clock, leading 63-59, the Pioneers call a timeout. It's a full timeout, 60 seconds on the clock. We'll be back in 55. So sideline inbounds. Last time they had this sideline inbounds, they threw it cross court to Coppinger. Let's see what they do this time. 8 seconds on the shot clock, 1:24 in the game clock. They'll bring it into Hutnick. He's going to go to the basket. They're going to call him for a travel. Interesting call, maybe a double dribble, certainly not a travel. But 4 seconds left on the game clock. Now it's 1:20 to go. Cougars trail by 4. Isham looks to penetrate, kicks to Greenland in the corner. That ball was halfway in and now rattled out. Ackerman with the rebound. 1 minute to go. To Lentz, oh, he dives for it, gets it back, barely to Ackerman. Could have been a turnover. Tough break for the Cougars. Hutnick goes to the basket, steps through, way out of control. Says I'm fouled. Not going to get bailed out. No thank you. Cougar ball. Rucker, penetration, kicks to Greenland. He goes to the basket, pumps it. Ackerman's there with the block. 28 seconds to go, 26 on the shot clock, so the Cougars will get one more possession. But Greenland knocks down Hutnick, and he will go to the line for 2 shots.
Fouls on the Cougars, number 23, Caleb Greenland, his 5th personal.
And that's Greenland's 5th foul, so he will sit down. He's been one of the most effective Cougar offensive players this year. The referees completely mishandled that because they didn't say it was his 5th foul. They didn't make him sit down. They gave the ball to Hutnick while they were still having the substitutions. And it works out for the Cougars because Hutnick misses the shot. Still with a 4-point lead. It's still a 2-possession game. And Hutnick rolls that one in. 64-59. Cougars need a quick 3. And it's Isham for 3. Back rims, rebounds to Coppinger, and he is fouled quickly by Heckendorf. 13 seconds left to go. Pioneers lead by 5. Cougars at one point had a 10-point lead in the second quarter, and their offense got a little stagnated. A lot of standstill deep threes. They quit penetrating like they were doing in the first quarter, and then they lost key players, Espy and Stacy, and finally Greenland with foul trouble as the Pioneers were taking the ball to the basket and having a lot of fouls called. Only back in for Ackerman, who was very solid in the post, had a couple of key block shots late. First shot is missed, second shot is off the mark. Rucker has it, gets it ahead to Stoddard. Stoddard pulls up for 3. Clock started late. The Pioneer coach had all the way to the half line screaming, "Start the clock." And it finally started when Rucker took that shot. Cougars got a few extra seconds on the clock. Didn't matter. They still lose by 5. Thanks for joining us, everybody, tonight. We'll be back on Tuesday night for girls basketball. So we will, and that will be our last broadcast before the Christmas holiday break. Thanks for joining us tonight on Facebook and YouTube. For Dale Leach, Laura Leach, Baldeep Singh, Melanie Irish, Kay Thronson, Nancy Connor, I hope you're out there. I hope you're doing well.